to Ladies Night with me, Edlyne, and today I am joined by the lovely Sabina, who is this year's Miss Ghana UK.
Yes. Hello.
Well done. So welcome to Ladies Night. So this week on This Morning, I saw 2 black ladies on This Morning, which is really nice to see. It's nice to see, you know, people of colour going on there and kind of representing.
Yeah.
However, this time it didn't really go very well. So there was a Nigerian presenter, I don't know if you know her, AJ?
Yeah, I know AJ.
I think she used to do Big Brother bit on the side. Yeah, so she was on there with another lady, I don't know her name, and who was a bit fairer, and they were talking about bleaching skin.
Okay.
And how it's become very popular, and just kind of talking about, you know, the history of it and the kind of what's going on, the deeper roots of it amongst the black community.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a thing.
It is a thing.
I'm sure you've kind of faced maybe.
No,
especially
yeah,
as being Miss Ghana.
when I was younger.
Oh, really?
I think it's quite one of those things that you know in your community is happening, but no one really speaks about it. And
Absolutely.
if it is spoken about, it's like if you're shaming someone's auntie, you're not really having a discussion about why people do it, when they do it, and from what age range. Because young kids are really
Absolutely
indulging in that stuff.
Was this your choice, or was it your parents providing you with those products? Like, here, you know, not like, oh, you're dark, you're ugly, but just here you go, you know, let's make you a bit more fairer, or let's brighten up your skin, or was it your choice?
Do you know what? My parents have always been great in terms of encouraging me. I think it was a combination of seeing aunties do it, and also kind of, I guess, growing up and not really seeing myself in different social media forms, so not seeing myself on the TV,
as in people who represent
people
you,
who look like me. So I guess that kind of played a big part in that as well. So it's just, and the fact that it's so accessible. I could literally go in my corner shop and there's a whole like row
of bleaching cream,
and I'm looking for the shea butter and the moisturizer, and there's like one line. You know what I mean? So it doesn't help. It doesn't help as well.
Absolutely. Also, the reason that the lighter lady, well, her reasoning for bleaching her skin, she said it was to not conform with media, which kind of blew me out the water. To me,
that's a different perspective.
Very different. To me, I felt like she was dodging the question. She didn't answer, like, if anybody wanted to really know why people bleach their skin, she didn't answer. For some reason, she was just trying to avoid it, and she ended up having a fight with, not fight, but a kind of like a verbal exchange with AJ, and she ended up pulling up her wig saying, "You're Nigerian, right?"
No, you're joking.
I'll show you the clip after. I'll show you the clip after.
Daytime TV.
So, this morning, so you know, this morning, she said, "Oh, you know, I don't appreciate you, someone who's wearing fake hair, telling me what to look like." But AJ was just saying, look. She was just saying, look. If that works for you, it works for you. But we, as a community, should be encouraging dark-skinned women that it's not a bad thing. We should be letting them know it's not a bad thing. If you want to do it, do it.
That's fine. That's your thing. Yeah.
So the light-skinned woman said, "Well, I don't appreciate you. You're Nigerian, right?" She was like, "Yeah, I'm Nigerian." She was like, "Well, let's take you. Should be." No, she said, "You should be coming here with your traditional attire, not telling me what to do. Let's take off our wigs." She pulled off her wig.
Where's the other woman from?
I'm not sure. She's definitely African, but I'm not sure. Maybe like Central or South, that kind of accent. So she took off her wigs. She's like, "Let's take off our wigs and show them Africa." I was just like, but why?
I think she was being defensive.
Very defensive.
Because that there's no logic to that argument at all. Just take off your wigs
like
morning tea. No,
absolutely.
It doesn't make sense.
Defensive is the word, and I feel like, you know, that not necessarily it's wrong. You do it for whatever reason, and it might feel right to you. So I'm not going to say it's wrong, but you know that it's sending out a message that's not very pleasant to your community. So I guess that's maybe why she was so defensive. But yeah.
I used to watch that. I didn't hear about that.
No, do you know what? I just stumbled across it. It was just one morning, and I just sometimes this morning
has some drama for the morning.
Do you not watch morning TV? Oh my god,
I do.
Good Morning Britain. Now that Piers Morgan is on there.
I don't like Piers Morgan.
Why? Because he's drama.
He's just his opinions. I just come across them and I think, why? Who are you?
Yeah, his opinions, and they're very strong. And
they're
I feel like
very
he
strong.
forces them on people, and I can't have a conversation with someone like that. I don't like that. But yeah, no, Good Morning Britain. Oh my god, these days. Oh my god, these days it's like a debate. He is going in. And it's like, morning TV is not good morning everyone.
Not relaxing.
No, it's not. It's bam, let's just go straight to the point. Yeah.
Morning TV's changed.
Definitely. So like you said that you bleached when you was younger. Was this, how long did this last for? Like
This lasted well into my early adulthood.
Okay.
It lasted for a long span on and off. So it was a matter of, let's say, like, I don't know. Do you know what? I don't even know what triggered it. I don't know what it was. Actually, I do actually. It was having darkest parts of my skin and not really accepting that as a black woman. It's just natural. You're going to have areas around your mouth that are going to be darker, or your elbows are going to be darker, or your knees are going to be darker. So in my mind, as a young child, I was like, hey, I'm just going to bleach it. It's going to blend in. But you don't realise that once you start, the way the creams are made, it's not going to make your skin better.
Absolutely not.
It's going to make it worse. Absolutely. And so once you start using it, you can't stop because suddenly you look purple. Your friends are looking at you like, sis, what happened? You used to be darker last week. Next week your knees are yellow, your legs are blue. So it's just, I don't feel like there's a lot that's kind of talked about in that sense, in terms of how people talk about how it can give you cancer, but okay, cancer aside, how, like, you can tell when someone is bleaching when you look at them because their skin just looks a bit off, like it looks a bit fleshy.
Authentic, like,
it looks a bit fleshy and it just looks really funny. So I think my reasons varied all over the place, but I think obviously growing up and maturing, I'm like, do you know what, I need to invest in means of taking care of myself. So that's when I started obviously buying shea butter, coconut oil, and bio oil, just kind of all the things that I thought that for some reason bleaching cream would fix. I realised there were remedies that could do it, and I didn't need to do that. So it's one of those things where I guess, like, once you educate yourself about your skin and the kind of the importance of just taking care of it, being healthy and loving it, then
my mum used to buy bleaching cream for me and my brother.
Oh wow.
Yeah, she used to do that. And then I don't think it was a case, like, my brother was darker than me. I was pretty dark skinned, but he was darker than me. But I don't think it was a case of it's not beautiful, and I don't think she intended it to come out that way. I feel like a lot of the time some parents don't know how to educate while telling, advising at the same time. Like, cool, you can use this, maybe it'll make you fair or clear up your skin or whatever, but you are beautiful and it is your choice or whatever. But she did kind of just, give it to us to use, but I remember not using it. And I don't think it was because, I loved my dark skin, not that I don't now, but at the time I don't think it was because of that. I just think, I don't know, I don't think I like the smell. I think it smelled really strong. If I remember, it smelled quite strong, like, damn, like, this is really going to bleach me.
I've seen documentaries on YouTube of, like, Jamaica and
oh my god,
bleaching culture. And
who recently, there's someone, is it one of the, it's not Busy Signal, is it?
Vybz Kartel.
Oh, OMG. He is like,
he's fleshy. He
looks
like
scary.
He looks like flesh, basically.
And I don't understand. And I did watch one of those documentaries about, like, in like Jamaica or wherever it is. Like, why? What can possess you to look like that? And that is not attractive. But I guess maybe to them it is.
Naturally, if you're going in the sun, you're going to get darker. So imagine fighting
the sun,
fighting, and you're going out, you've got an umbrella, you've got, and they used to put cling film around, like, the cream as well, so that it kind of penetrates the skin. But you're thinking about it, like, that's crazy.
Wow.
That's crazy. You live in a warm place, it's hot, the sun.
I never thought of it like that. You're literally fighting with the sun, like, and that sun, I feel like that sun is so good for us, especially like those people in the hot countries. Like, when I'm in Ghana, even if it's for like 2 weeks, 10 days even, my skin, and I know it's not just,
I know what you mean.
I just look glowy. I'm feeling myself when I'm in Ghana,
I know what you mean.
I'm so jealous you're going to March.
Listen,
I
am ready. I am so ready to just do the most on every social media platform. I will be Snapchatting, Instagram Live, I'll probably vlog. Because everyone needs to know that I'll be feeling myself in that.
But everyone needs to know that Ghana is doing it. But hold on, we're going to come back. Let's play a track and we're going to talk about all your Ghana experience, and then you have to let everyone know where they can follow your experience.
Of course.
So we'll come back. Hi, welcome back to Ladies Night right here on Extra Radio, and I'm joined by the lovely Miss Ghana UK, which is Sabina. So it's spelled Sabina. And I was watching when you got crowned at Miss Ghana UK contest, and she said Sabina, didn't she?
Yeah, when people see the spelling of my name, they naturally will assume Sabina, because Europeans say it as
like
Sabrina. Exactly. So people just see it as that, and I'm like. But it's funny because I've met Ghanaian people that say they know people called Sabina.
Okay. It probably is.
Do you know what I mean? But no, my name is definitely Sabina. It's not Sabrina. I don't like Sabina.
Do you feel like you had a choice when you were growing up to either go with Sabina or Sabina, and you chose Sabina?
No, do you know what? Funny enough, because I wasn't born here, I was born in Ghana.
Okay.
So I came here when I was around, I think I was around 9 or 10.
Okay.
So when I came here, I was really, really shy, and I'd go into my classes, and obviously even in the class, the kids are like talking. I'm sitting there like, hey, what's me casa? Like, it's just like you guys can just misbehave like this, and you don't get beaten. Like, I didn't know life was like this. And I remember they'd be like, Sabina, and I'm just there like really scared, not saying anything. And then because I never answered, everyone assumed my name was Sabina.
Yeah.
So for so many years,
Oh wow.
everyone was like Sabina, and I just kind of nod awkwardly to it. And then when I grew in confidence, I told everyone, actually, sorry, my name is it's Sabina.
After like 4 years.
Plot twist. But everyone that knows me in secondary school still calls me Sabina.
They can't help it now.
Do you know what I mean?
Stuck. Yeah. Which is Matthew Knowles, Beyonce's dad, talking about dark skin and light skin women, talking about the fact that, you know, Beyonce, a lot of Beyonce's, well, not, I wouldn't say a lot, but one of the things that helped Beyonce get to where she is the fact that she is a light skinned woman, and that there isn't other, you know, dark skinned women who are on the same caliber as she is. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I do. I don't think it's an argument, and I say that only because it's bad, but I watch some ratchet TV sometimes. and so I watch Love and Hip Hop and things like that. And there's a story in Love and Hip Hop about a black Latino woman called Amara La Negra or something like that.
Yes.
And so she went on to the Breakfast Club, and they were asking her questions. And the presenters of it were like, "Are you sure colorism isn't in your head? Are you sure you're not kind of like?" And they asked her, "Do you think Cardi B would have been as popular as she is if she was dark skinned?" And the answer to that to me is no, because Cardi B is racially ambiguous. Same with Beyonce, racially ambiguous. You have a broader spectrum of fans that you can kind of cater to.
Absolutely.
When you're darker, people stigmatize you already. Absolutely. They think they know where you came from, what you're about. They already have that, she might be ghetto kind of feeling about you. So to me, if Beyonce was darker, I think it would have been slightly different. Even with what's her name, Kelly. People overlooked Kelly for ages.
Absolutely.
Kelly was overlooked, and
Kelly is equally as talented and equally as beautiful. Kelly's really beautiful, and it's true. And then Michelle, I mean, look, you didn't even mention Michelle. Like, that's how bad it is. Nobody even talks about her.
That's awkward.
Sorry, Michelle. She's lovely too.
She's lovely. I like to say yes. It's a good song.
Yes. No, but only because she sampled a Ghanaian track. How dare she? She better have some Ghanaian in her blood. But yeah, I do that track as well. But yeah, you were saying that you bleached when you were younger. I was going to ask, like, can you see the comparisons in pictures? Like, can you see the difference? Like,
yeah,
did
definitely.
it really work?
Yeah, I can see. When I look at pictures of myself when I was, I'd say maybe like early teen, so maybe about 13, I look darker. I look darker basically compared to how I look now. So even now, I think I'm trying to make a conscious effort to darken my skin again. So when I'm going to Ghana, you know, slapping on the coconut oil, because it's embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing to sit there and think, actually, for whatever reason, I went through a phase where I just didn't appreciate what I looked like. And even during that phase, I hid it as well. So that in the back of my mind, clearly I knew that I was kind of slightly embarrassed by what I was doing, or I knew that people were going to say something funny about it. So it's just one of those things where I know that I've done it, and I'm not really kind of shy to talk about it, because a lot of people do it, and I see a lot of people doing it and then they lie, and I'm like, you don't need to lie. If anything, talking about it will help people to understand the dangers of it. And if you're doing it and you're happy, there's nothing wrong with it. Live your life, live your truth. Absolutely. If you want to be yellow or blue or purple, that's your life. You can do what you want with it, but just don't lie to make people feel like you achieved it in a different means. Same way that if you got your boobs done, there's no point saying I worked hard, I drank 2 litres of water, you didn't. Yeah. Just be honest.
No, it's true. And let me say this, we live in a very fake world right now. It's so fake, like literally.
I agree.
Everything.
I agree.
The way, like, weight and, you know, image and everything.
Plucked.
And if that doesn't work, you can just take a trip to Mexico or to Turkey if you don't have that much money, and get everything sipped and tucked and moved to a place where you prefer it.
Yeah.
And look, I don't mind about plastic surgery or anything like that. I wouldn't personally. I might be saying that because I can't afford it. I don't know yet. Give me some money, let's answer that question again. But I don't think I would. And I think it's okay. I mean, I'm not sure about my views on it yet. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure about my views. But I just love women or anybody just fighting or working to get what they have. I find that just, I don't know, there's something about it. When you actually work for it, you can appreciate it more. And I feel like others will appreciate it more. And it kind of encourages other people to get up and go gym or get up and do something.
To know that it's achievable.
It's achievable, yeah. But now it's like you look on Instagram and you know who's got something done. And it's like, all right, I might as well just give up. I don't have money. I can't bother to go gym like them. So I might as well just sit here and eat fast food. But yeah. Are you quite healthy?
Am I quite healthy?
Like, do you go gym? Do you kind of try and kind of keep up your...
I try, and the fact that I pay for it encourages me to go. When I see the money taken out of my account, I'm like, okay, I probably should go to the gym. I try to go twice a week, but I'm trying to eat healthy, so for 21 days, fingers crossed, God willing, I'm doing a fast. I'm doing a fruit and veg fast, but one thing that I'm taking out of my diet completely for this 21 days is meat. So meat has always been, I think it's about discipline as well. I feel like I lack a lot of self-discipline. Like, if my body wants something, I'll just go and have it. And that leads into spirituality as well. So if for example, I know that I shouldn't do something and my mind is telling me, God is telling me don't do it, because I don't have any self-control with my flesh or my spirit, I just do whatever I want to do, sort of thing. But I'm trying to train myself, my flesh and my spirit, to just be obedient to the things that I know I should be doing. So meat is one of those things that I know that I've eaten meat since the day I came out the womb. Meat has been my thing. I love meat, and that's just what it is. But I'm trying to train myself to know that just because I want it doesn't mean I need it. You know.
You said it's quite a spiritual thing, and I never ever thought about it like that. And I feel like you've just kind of given me an aha moment right now, like definitely, because right now I'm going through a time in my life right now where I'm going through Bible studies, and I'm trying to find the truth for myself, because I did it when I was young, but I was so young I can't remember. All I remember is the Bible stories, you know, the good stuff. But I don't know the truth, and I can't really, you know, I want to know the Bible. I want to read it, I want to know it myself, and then I can judge and say, yes, this is true to me, or whatever.
Of course.
But what you said is so good about this spiritual thing, like your mind is saying one thing and your body is saying another, and I suffer with that all the time. Like I go with my body a lot, and you've kind of made me feel like maybe, you know, there's a reason my mind is saying another thing than my body, and maybe we should get them aligned. So yeah, thanks for that. I'm gonna have to think about that one.
And I know that I have lacked that level of discipline my whole life generally. But I think the more I grow up, the more I realise that the things that I want to do, the person I'm trying to become, I can't make excuses anymore, because I always have. I feel like I've always said, oh, I don't know the word, I can't evangelise because I don't know the Bible. Well, that's fine. I can evangelise by how I live my life, by being a good person, by being kind. So I think I've made excuses for a lot of things that I haven't done, but that's in the past, and I accept that, and I'm moving on, and I'm acknowledging that if I want to be the person that I need to be and that God has called me to be, I just need to know that I'm loved, I'm saved, and I'm gonna just keep running after everything that I know that the Bible I should be aiming for. So in terms of the level of even self-confidence that I had in doing Miss Ghana, that was all by the grace of God, because I wanted to do Miss Ghana for years. It's not as if it's like pops up. I've always wanted to do Miss Ghana, but I in the past I've just been like, I'm too skinny, I don't know, I don't have any curves.
Just excuses,
and just, it's funny because the year that I won, which was last year, just before I entered into it, I cut off all my hair. So I cut off all my hair because I was feeling led by the Spirit to do so, and I was like, but my hair is an afro, like I've got like good hair, why am I cutting it? And I felt God telling me that I was placing too much emphasis on my physical looks, and I was placing too much emphasis on makeup or on outfits, and he was kind of telling me, you don't need that, like you're good by yourself. And one thing that I never liked about my face was my ears, so cutting my hair off and walking around with my ears out and just kind of staring at myself every morning like, do you know what? You're made in God's image, you're beautiful, it's fine. It really helped me to actually accept myself again and love myself again. And so when I entered into it, even when I actually started going through auditions and stuff, I still had wigs. I was still wearing my wigs every other audition. So nobody knew that I had cut my hair until they were like, we're gonna have all the ladies have their natural hair out. And I said, huh?
Oh wow.
What do you mean? I don't have any hair, so how am I gonna do that? And they were like, well, you have to just go as you are. And I wasn't confident in it, but they really encouraged me to just accept it. And obviously God's grace is what really helped me to do. Even on the day, I was like, are they gonna really pick a bold girl to wear a crown? Because usually the images you see like long flowing, the Brazilian, and like, I don't know how this is gonna go, but hey,
you won.
I know.
That's so crazy. This world is crazy, man, because you are stunning, and it's like you have, oh, like, it's like me. I don't even know what your ears are. Like, you are so beautiful, but I don't know what it is about us as humans. We do really focus on ourselves, and when I meet people who I think are just beautiful, and then this and that, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, wow, because
so sad.
To the world, mate, you look absolutely amazing. So it's really strange sometimes how we can just tear ourselves down.
Honestly, we're our own biggest enemies. And one thing that I don't know who told this to me, that it really changed my perspective on things. They said that we don't appreciate ourselves because we see ourselves every day. So when we wake up, we see our face every day. When we go to events or when we go to our job, we see our talents every day. So we forget how phenomenal and how amazing it is. When someone else sees you for the first time, they're looking at you like, oh my God, your hair is amazing. Your ears, your features, and because you're so used to it, it's become normal to you. You don't even appreciate those things anymore. When they said that to me, it really kind of made me think, wow, like I don't look at myself and think, oh, I've got a nice smile. But when someone says it, I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's always there. I just got to take the time out to really appreciate myself, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so welcome back to Ladies Night with me, Edlyne, and I'm joined by the lovely Sabina, Miss Ghana UK 2017. So, Miss Ghana UK pageant, like, how did you even get into pageants? Have you been doing this forever? Well, you were shy, so I'm assuming not. What's the history? How did you get into it?
So I had seen girls in the past, like in the past 3-4 years, who'd won it, and I was like, oh, I want to do it. And it's really bad. It's funny because I'm trying to kind of do more vlogs and videos out, and I think I speak about this briefly, but I was always quite shy, and even I think there's also a bit of a stigma about pageantry as well. And I remember when I heard about Miss Ghana UK, somebody was like, it's rigged, it's fixed, you're not going to win it.
Oh, wow.
And I remember hearing negative things, and I just thought, like, where's the source coming from? Like, I need to know the truth. And so even that didn't stop me hearing all those kind of comments. It didn't stop me because I knew that, like, I need to know for myself. Basically, I need to know for myself. I can't go off of what someone else said.
Absolutely.
So I went on the Instagram page, and I think I went on the Twitter, but I had missed the auditions. I had missed the deadlines of everything. So I was freaking out, and I sent an email. I said, you're at work, and I'm sending an email to the organisers, and I attached my CV.
Oh wow!
I was ready. I was ready. I attached 2 pictures of myself, and I was like, I'm so sorry I missed the auditions, but I really want to be involved. Please consider me. And so they were like, yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna read through everything you sent over, and then we'll let you know. And then next thing I know, I was on the train, and I saw you've been added to the Miss Ghana finalist group chat. I was like, ah! Oh my God. So yeah, that was the first moment where I was like, okay, this is real. I'm part of it. And even going into it, I had a lot of insecurities that I thought, I'm gonna be on stage, and these are gonna be for the world to see. Am I ready to do this? Am I confident enough to do it? But I think it was a growing process, because I definitely grew more confident throughout because it was 3 months rehearsals.
Okay.
Yeah, every week for 3 months, so it was really good.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And these rehearsals consisted of like dance and whatever?
Everything.
Wow.
Yeah. So we started out initially learning to dance. So they wanted us to do traditional dance. So we obviously had to learn it. And then they also helped us with our talent. So for my year, because there's so many girls, they told us that we should do like a group talent, just so it kind of helps. Okay. Because if every girl was to do their own talent, then it would take up a lot of time. So we ended up doing that, and it really helped with that as well.
What was your group talent?
Acting. So we all had to act out something out of traditional Ghanaian culture. Oh. So my group had to act out a traditional wedding. So we had to write a script. Wow. Yeah, we had to write a script of like, my name was Kweku, I was like a guy, and I saw a girl that I liked, and I was like one of those like Accra boys, so it's a bit comedic and a bit funny. But it was really good, because even leading up to it, working with that many girls taught me to humble myself.
Yeah. No,
it taught me to because I was like, I haven't been around this many girls before, and working in a group as well, I just thought, this is going to be a lot. This is going to be a lot. But in the end, I think we all kind of reached a middle ground and knew what we were doing, and the respect was there. Do you know what I mean? I feel like when you meet that many girls, and especially even going into pageantry, people think, are the girls nice? Are the girls bitchy? Are the girls rude? Like, those things are there, but the girls were actually surprisingly really nice, which I didn't expect. But I'm quite a nice person, and I think like people reciprocate whatever emotion you give to them. So if maybe I was rude and I was mean, then I would have seen the girls as rude and mean, but I went in there quite happy and smiley and just ready to make friends really. So everybody reciprocated that, and everyone was lovely back. So
that's really good. So explain, what does Miss Ghana UK do? What does she represent? And what do you do?
So the slogan they had was beauty with brains, and that's something that we push in. So it's the concept that you're a young woman, young Ghanaian woman, sorry, and you're beautiful, obviously aesthetically pleasing, but more than that, you have brains. You want to do something with that beauty. You want to achieve something with whatever it is God has gifted you with, and beauty again is subjective. So as long as you see yourself as beautiful, that's all that matters really. If someone could turn around and say, oh, you don't have a big bum, you're not beautiful. I've heard things like that as well. So it's just down to me accepting that, I think I'm beautiful. And then obviously on the day as well, my talent and how I was kind of presenting myself and how I was pushing myself. And what I think really helped me on the day was the things that I've been doing. So apart from doing Miss Ghana, I came on there kind of talking about, I want to do all these things, but I was already doing all the things that I said I wanted to do. So it wasn't as if I was doing them for the competition. It was like, I'm passionate about this. I'm doing it anyway, and it would be nice if I could do it as Miss Ghana UK. But
I think that's probably benefited you as well.
It has. It really has. Really has. Miss Ghana has definitely opened doors for me in terms of the fact that I've always said I want to raise more awareness about mental health. And even the fact that I'm going to Ghana, there's a lot of projects they want me to head and want me to lead, and they've always encouraged me that you need to be proactive. If you're saying that you want to do these things, we can help you do them. You need to come with the ideas. You need to let us know what you want to do, and we can obviously work around logistics and making sure that it works out for you well. But you just got to use your brain well, because literally even the posters for looking for the new girl has gone out now.
I saw that. I saw that. Damn, she's coming on my show.
So it goes quickly.
So it's a year.
Yeah, it's a year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And so you said you're going to Ghana. When are you going? March.
Yeah. So I go at the end of March.
And I'm going to Ghana as well, by the way.
Are you?
So I'm not sure when, but it's going to be either end of March or beginning of April. So hopefully we can cross paths. You can see. Yes.
A little catch up,
absolutely. So and what kind of work are you going to be doing out there? You said mental health. What kind of charities? What kind of work are you going to be doing?
So there's quite a few. It's quite, I guess, spread out.
Yeah.
I know that the Miss Ghana UK Foundation has ties, especially with young women. So my passion has always been young women and women in general, and also children. But I think I'm kind of focusing more on just young women and just women, that whole group of people, because I feel like I can relate to them, and whatever I say resonates more with women. I know that I will also be kind of trying to help facilitate some kind of maybe workshops or things like that to do with the links between mental health and physical health, and just kind of the broad spectrum of what can affect you in a way that obviously would lead negatively into mental health. So as young ladies, if you're growing up and your parents are like, oh, you're a bad girl, and, you're stupid, you internalize these feelings. You grow up and you feel down, you feel a certain way, and sometimes you don't even realise that was the cause of it. You don't even realise that because that one person who you really look up to said that one thing about you, you internalised it
forever,
and that's just what you feel about. So we're going to do a couple of workshops, and hopefully we're going to have some professionals with us as well. So people that actually have degrees in mental health and things like that, so they can talk about, I guess, the links between that and I guess enlighten people about that as well. So yeah, quite a few things. The itinerary, and it's going to be quite long. So.
No, but it seems like you're about to do some powerful stuff. I think women need good women around them, good women to kind of talk to them and give them experiences and advice. So I think you're doing amazing stuff. And mental health is so evident in the black community. It really is. I'm not sure how it is in Ghana, because I seem...
That's one thing as well that I've always said. it's slightly worrying because we don't have any stats, we don't have any research, we don't actually have anything credible that can tell us about just how our country.
But that's the problem. I feel like that's because they don't class a lot of people still as as mental. I feel like a lot of the time, unfortunately, our culture, you know, witches and all these kind of spiritual things, you know, possession, all of this stuff.
There's no in between. It's you're faithful or you're just a human being. Like, there's no in between. It's either you're a witch and so they kick you out the village, or you know,
or you're human and you're like, yes. Where can they find you?
So I'm on Twitter. So my Twitter is Sabina, spelled Sabina, Silver Silverx, and that's my name on Instagram and Twitter. But there's also the Miss Ghana UK Instagram and Twitter as well. So if people have any ideas, because people always kind of say, oh, you know, we haven't seen anything, but you need to let us know what you want us to do, because we're doing what we feel passionate about. But if there's something that we missed, literally all we can say is we're not sure we can do that now, but we can work towards it. So if people want to let us know any kind of ideas, anything they think that we should really be thinking about that's not even in our periphery, let us know.
That's really good. That's really good. And you might be vlogging out there.
So I'm
watch out for that.
So I'm really trying to be ambitious this year and really go for it. So as of now, in my mind I'm like, I'm gonna vlog while I'm out there, because I think people don't really know what a day-to-day, like what I actually do. So it would be nice to actually just vlog, to just say this is what I actually do, this is what I'm doing, so people can actually see it, and it might make a bit more sense.
No, definitely. I think that's really, really good idea, because people need to know that, you know, they need to know what Miss Ghana UK stands for and what you do as Miss Ghana UK, and that will hopefully encourage a lot of other women to apply, because I think this is a great thing.
Because I was born in Ghana, my circumstances are slightly different, but a lot of the other girls weren't born in Ghana, they were born here, and some of them didn't speak any Tree, some of them could only even understand some Ga, or some of them they don't know Tree or Ga, they just speak English, but they know words, they know phrases. And that's completely fine, and that's normal. You're born here, and if your parents don't speak the language to you, that's what's naturally going to happen. So I think the organisation understands it and they accept it, but in terms of kind of actively trying to learn it, they would obviously appreciate if let's say, if you're looking to win, then naturally you're going to go to Ghana and meet people and you're going to be on the radio. People are going to quiz you on your Ghanaianness because you're Miss Ghana UK, so they're going to ask you about, you know, different towns and this and that, but it's not a requirement. I think people have this myth of what they think the requirements are, of you need to be a certain height, a certain weight, you need to know this much about your culture. You don't. All of that is a myth. Literally, no matter your weight, no matter your height, in regards to how much you need to know about your culture, you probably will learn a lot more being in the competition, which you probably would have learned otherwise, because I didn't know a lot about, I'm from the north, I didn't know about, apparently we have like a ceremony about a girl becoming a woman, about the kind of ceremony that they do. I was like, I've never heard of this. What does this mean? Like, so just simple things
I've never heard of that either.
Just I didn't know
or whatever they
I didn't know any of that. I didn't know any of it, and through Miss Ghana UK I actually found out about a lot of what I guess we hold dear to us. I was like, well, I missed it. Even like, I think they talked about like something about when you get your period, you have to eat an egg or something. Just some weird things that I was like, really, we do that? I didn't know. Like, I've never heard of it. But there's a lot about our culture that as young people, I think has been lost a little bit. But even going back to things like Miss Ghana UK, you can begin to find out more, because they actually invite experts to come in and talk to you about your culture, and you were like, okay, I didn't know that. But that's good. I love
that. Oh, after this, you're gonna have to tell me some of our secrets, please. I need to know. Hi, welcome back to Ladies Night right here on Urban Extra, and I'm joined by the lovely Sabina, Miss Ghana UK 2017. Welcome. I hope you're having a good time.
I am. I've actually really enjoyed myself.
Oh, good.
I think this is definitely be one of the best radio interviews I've done.
You heard it here first. Ladies Night. Yes, it's going down. Well, I hope it's about to get a little bit more fun, because we're going to play a game. It's called 7 Questions of Truth. Yes, you better be scared, because we're about to get to know you that a little bit better. Don't worry, you don't have to answer all 7. Pick a number between 1 and 7.
3.
Okay. Sorry, 1 second.
No, no worries.
I'm gonna edit this part out. For some reason, why does it say 8 questions? My opinion. Oh, that's not a question. Okay, cool. Okay, good. So, 3. Okay, so what is your favourite song that you like to belt out in the car, for karaoke, whatever, in the shower?
My favourite song? Anything by colourism.
Okay.
I get emotional when I hear colourism. My heart, I'm a room like somebody break my heart. I'm single, nobody break my heart. But I start thinking about an imaginary boyfriend that probably doesn't even exist. But yeah. It's because I feel like when I was growing up, my parents played a lot of colourism. So now when I hear colourism, I'm just like, I get emotional. And yeah.
So you like an emotional song?
Yeah, I like.
Who doesn't? Yeah, definitely. Okay, so that was question 3. So pick another one. 1 to 3. 1 to 7 without picking 3, should I say?
Okay. 1.
Okay. What is the most trouble you've ever gotten into?
The most trouble. This is really bad. I remember it. I actually remember it. So, when I was in secondary school, I had like a naughty group of friends, right? And I was always that kid. I was into books, and I was really like scared of everything because I was really obedient. It was just like the upbringing of being in Ghana, basically. So the transition I really struggled with because I was in my mind I was still in Ghana.
Of course.
So I remember my friends were like, they used to shoplift, right? And I was the kind of person that I knew that if I did something, I would get caught. Like, it always happens. People get away with doing bad things. When I do it, it doesn't work out. So there was only one day that I was like, okay, we're going to a party and I want to get some shorts. So I went in the shop, I took some pair of shorts, put in my bag. As soon as I decided to do one step, the security guy just tapped me on the shoulder like, where do you think you're going? And I knew exactly what was going to happen. So he pulled me to the side, told me, empty out your bag. I was like, why? You know, your heart is beating because you know what's in there. Oh, so I emptied it out and they were like, okay, we're going to call your parents.
Oh
so they called my mom.
Oh my God.
My mom came to pick me up.
I'm scared for you because I know Ghanaian mums.
Honestly, she came to pick me up, and you know what's sad is because when she got there, she didn't even tell me off. She just said, I'm so disappointed in you. And then my heart just like broke, and I was so embarrassed because I knew I wasn't that kind of girl, but I was just kind of peer pressure and I wanted to fit in and stuff like that. But yeah, never again. Hey, that was not for me.
This Ghana girl came to UK and thinking she's someone else. But it happens. I mean, it's not, I feel like a lot of parents, especially if they're bringing kids from Africa, I feel like there's some, what's the word? You need to have a talk with them. I mean, it's such a different culture.
It's very different. It's very different. It's very different. Very different. Very different. But they always obviously compare it because they don't even realise what's out there. Normally, parents don't realise how good their kids are, what their friends are doing. You better appreciate your child.
My mum used to always be like, Edlyne, Mum, you don't even know.
If you knew what my friends are doing, then
you wouldn't even want. Okay, so naughty girl. Pick a number. Pick a number from 1 to 7 without 1 or 3.
5.
Okay. Career before relationship, or it doesn't matter.
At the moment, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
At the moment, it doesn't matter. I think before, I would have said career before relationship because my parents have always placed a lot of emphasis on me as a young lady having my own first, and also being financially stable, being able to take care of myself basically before I can decide to do all the kind of galloping off with someone that I'm in love with. But I don't know, I feel like because I'm finding myself in Christ again, I'm also realizing that that's me having a plan for my life, and God's plan for my life could be completely different. And if I meet someone that could be the person for me, there's nothing stopping us from building together and me actually reaching my career goals with someone. Yeah. I just need to be more open-minded about that. Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people feel like they can't balance the both. I feel like your partner should be your encourager. He should be, you know, as motivated and as passionate about your dreams as you are.
Yeah.
And I think that that's what people need to understand. If your partner isn't, I don't think he's the one for you. I think that, you know, fair enough, he might not be interested in necessarily what you do, but he should be able to motivate you and at least be able to get in there with you. So yeah, I do agree that. I used to think that too. I used to think, oh, we've got to get our careers, men are distracting, but I feel like you can do both.
Yeah.
And like you said, if God has sent someone for you and you're too busy, like, no, that good guy, good guys are hard to find these days. Okay, so last question. 1 to 7 without picking 1, 3, or 4.
Let's do 7.
Are aliens real?
Are aliens real?
Yes. Are aliens real?
I mean, if you mean that there are things outside of this universe, yes. I think so.
You think so?
Yeah.
Really? So you think things, we're not sure what, but things outside, which obviously would be an alien anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because even the fact that if we had no technology, we wouldn't know there are other planets. That's one. But because we have that, we know there are other planets. But I think God is too big and too grand for me to even begin to like think about what is out there. But I feel like there's loads more out there that I can't even. If I believe in demons, which
no, of course, then you should believe in aliens. Of course,
So,
that's very true.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Ladies Night with me, Edlyne, and I'm joined by the lovely and beautiful and very charitable Miss Ghana UK 2017, Sabina. Sorry. The first time!
It's not your fault.
And it's the first time. I thought Sabina was embedded in my head. Okay, Sabina.
Yes,
welcome.
Hi, hello.
Okay, so we've been talking about so much. We've been talking about the work you're about to do in Ghana. You're going there in March, and hopefully we'll be hooking up and do a little something. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's move on to our matter of chat. So our matter of chat this week is, what do you think young women should be taught in at school? You're about to do a lot of work for young women or with young women in Ghana, and I often feel like we don't get taught the things we should be taught at school. Like I understand, you know, English, I understand, you know, reading and stuff like that, and the basic things that we're going to need, you know, looking for jobs and, you know, going through life. Cool. I don't know what I'd do with algebra because that thing's gone. And other things, certain things I feel like it's just so not needed. What I personally feel should be needed is things like self-confidence.
Yeah, agreed.
Self-love, valuing yourself, how to know and understand relationships with partners. You know, don't give yourself to people too easy because, you know, I remember I have a teacher friend, sorry. He's a guy, he does sociology, and he remembers that he asked a group of women, like a group of girls, sorry, this was young girls, maybe year 10, year 9, something like that. He asked them, what do you think happens after sex? And they're like, oh, you know, we cuddle or whatever like that. And he was like, no, like, that's not always going to be the reality. It's not going to always be like a roll over cuddle.
Of course,
sometimes it's going to be like, thanks, madam, thank you, ma'am. Roll over, play on this PlayStation. Like, it's not always going to be like that. Like, these girls have these unrealistic thoughts about relationships and things like that. I think they need to be taught these things. What do you think?
Definitely, relationships is up there, and giving women, young girls, realistic knowledge about the differences and the variation of relationships that can possibly arise. So you can meet a guy, you all go well, you get married, that's it. You can meet a guy, you can break a heart, you can all go to shit basically. But there's just so many things that could happen that we're not aware about, and as young women we figure it out ourselves. We kind of stumble into it. Unless I'm one of 5 kids, so I have big family. I'm second born, so I have an older sister, and she was my big brother growing up. She gave me advice about boys, and she was very much like an independent woman, kind of like, you know, don't let a boy talk to you like this, you know, don't let him kiss you, don't do this. So I was very much like, I don't want to do this. So I had that mentality, but because I had her, I was like that. If I didn't have her, I probably would have been very different.
And she didn't have anyone, so she had to learn it.
Exactly, by herself. So it's hard, but having someone to actually advise you, and if that's, I know that schools, if they're going to make things like that kind of mandatory, where they can give women or boys or just kids generally a chance to actually learn a bit more about stuff like that, that would be amazing. Because even young boys as well, like I can be on the train and I hear boys like, yeah, like, I've got 3 girls, and I'm just thinking, what do you know about 3 girls? Like, what do you know about relationships? How, like,
mate, if you only knew that those 3 girls are gonna all bring you drama and all give you a headache all at the same time,
honestly,
you'll be dropping all of those girls by the end of the week.
I don't know how they find the time, but yeah, if education can be provided regarding relationships, that would be amazing. And I think one thing as well that they really need to push is knowledge about finance.
Oh,
that is a major, because that's one thing I realized. I'm bad at maths.
Yeah.
And when, as an adult, I'm thinking about mortgages, thinking about house, thinking about all these things, and I'm sitting there like, I have no knowledge about credit. I don't know where to start. I don't know what my credit is. I don't know this, I don't know that. And I'm like, this is life skills. I need this to live, and no one taught me this, and I need to learn it from scratch. Stuff like that shouldn't be things that are optional. You should know this because you need to live by having this knowledge. Definitely. And it's not even provided knowledge if you study it in uni and you do financial maths or something like that. But yeah, it's essential that we learn those sorts of things.
So a lot of people would say, oh, what about the parents? They should be doing it. However, I say
that they don't even know.
that too, because they weren't taught. Exactly. But also, I mean, you're at school the majority of your life as a childhood. Like, that is your place. Your the teachers are your, like, second parents. Do you know what I mean? They can pull you up and tell you about yourself just like your mum would or your dad would. So that is the place where you should be learned and taught certain things, like things that you're going to need through life.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate that they don't think like that. So yeah, what else do you think they need to be taught at schools? I mean, I did mention like self-love, self-confidence. I feel like that's so important. My generation, we had PHSE and we had sex education in that. We had, it was like citizenship. You didn't have that either.
That.
Like, yeah, what school did you go to?
I didn't have that. Do you know what? I didn't have that. I had all kind of all the basic ones, but
did you not do any sex education?
I learned sex education in primary school.
Really?
That's when I learned about it. And I just remember sitting there thinking, this is weird. Because I came here at 5, so I just remember being like primary school and learning about sex.
What do you think about that? Do you think that's too early?
It is too early. I think it is too early. And I know that there are some kids that are born and just suddenly everything clicks, they get it, life all makes sense. But there are a lot of kids that nothing clicks until you're 18. And I was that kind of person where sexuality and life did not click with me until I was 18.
Yeah.
I didn't look at boys, I didn't care about boys, I didn't care about relationships. I was that girl that I was like, I don't get it, they're ugly. That was me, I just thought all boys were ugly. But because the idea of sexuality was pushed so much onto me as a young lady, or just to young girls, I remember having like just going through a phase where I thought, oh my god, maybe I'm a lesbian because I don't like boys. Like I was so but it's not that deep. Like there are young girls that don't even think about boys, but because we put so much energy into this whole idea that, you know, young ladies naturally attract boys, and not everyone's the same. Everyone is so different and everyone matures differently. There are some girls that from the age of 9, their eyes are already looking at boys. Like they just know. So,
and I guess maybe that's why they decided to do it that early. But I do think maybe even if they are going to do it that early, to bring it back in later on. I think, I heard the other day they're going to start teaching social media or something.
Oh, that's interesting.
Teaching kids how to not base their lives on social media and how to not take it so seriously. I think that's what they said.
That's good. I've seen some wild things about social media. Even the fact I know that people make up their like fake lives and they stalk. Because I've been catfished, where I've had people who have used my pictures to catfish others. So I saw it.
What happened? Did they find? Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I would just go on the page and it would just be like, meet Jennifer. She's 25. She lives in Germany. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh my god.
I've seen loads of pages with my pictures, and I'm thinking probably somewhere across the world, this person is talking to someone else, and that person is talking to me. And it's sad.
Oh my god.
It's sad, but there are loads
I know it happens all the time, but I've never met someone who's actually been, their picture's been used.
It's weird. I get sent emails from people that are actually nice people that are like, yeah, someone's using your picture on this dating website, report it so it can be blocked and things like that. People they make up whole lives.
Catfishing should be a module. It should be a module.
It should be a module.
No, don't teach them how to catfish, but just teach them that.
How
People
to
don't
spot
always
it.
say, like, look,
I don't get it.
How to spot it.
I don't get like shows like Catfish where the person's like, yeah, you know, whenever I want to call them and speak to them, they don't pick up. We've been together for 5 years, but I've never seen them. What do you think?
They're not real.
Do you know what I mean? Like it's obvious, but yeah, maybe that common sense is not common, so people need to be taught about how to kind of spot when someone's catfishing you, the signs and dangers. If someone's saying, "Oh, look, send me a picture, send me a nude, sis,
what their
do it."
intentions are.
Do you know what I mean?
Like that.
Exactly.
Because we had to learn it the hard way. I know I learned it the hard way. Some people are lucky. Like you said, you had your older sister.
Yeah.
My two little sisters had me, and I had to learn it the hard way. You know, my mum tried to tell me stuff when I was 21. I was like, Mum, you're too late. But thank you so much, Savannah, for being here today. You've been absolutely amazing. Make sure to go check her out. Where can they find you?
So, as I mentioned on Instagram or Twitter, it's the same, Savannah Silva X. So Savannah is spelled Savina, Silva SILVERX. I couldn't spell it. That's about it. And the Miss Ghana UK Instagram and Twitter as well. So everything regarding what I'm doing, interviews, shows, you should find it on there.